We'll get official proceedings underway. I hope you enjoyed your main course. For the people who've just arrived, thank you as well for your presence. Welcome as well to the fairly large contingent of Melbourne University journalism students here as well today. I'm expecting lots of very good questions from you at the end of Chutima's speech. Many of us by now are well aware of the case of Peter Grester, the Australian-born Al Jazeera journalist, and his two colleagues who find themselves in the disgraceful situation of having been behind bars in Egypt since late December on completely trumped-up charges. We're about to hear a story of a similar case of an assault on press freedom, sadly one much closer to home. Chutima Sidasathian and her Australian colleague Alan Morrison, who was a former senior editor of The Age newspaper here in Melbourne, face up to 7 years in jail on criminal defamation charges. And they faced these charges for doing nothing more than publishing, or in fact republishing, a Reuters story on their website last year, a Reuters story that alleged some misdoings by the Thai authorities in the illegal trafficking of Rohingyas from Burma. Now, it was simply one paragraph from a Reuters story. In fact, the Reuters story went on to win a Pulitzer Prize. Such was the scope of the investigative piece of the plight of the Rohingyas. But as the one paragraph of that republished story on the Phuket One website that has got Chutima and Alan Morrison in a whole lot of trouble. They face court again in Thailand in a few weeks' time. They've already spent some uncomfortable hours in a Thai prison cell awaiting a previous hearing, all for simply doing their job as journalists. There has been a steadily building campaign that has been mounted on their behalf. Brad Adams, the Asia Director of Human Rights Watch, says the impending trial of Alan and Chutima is, in his words, an unjustified dark stain on Thailand's record for respecting media freedom. The group Reporters Without Borders says these charges amount to an attempt to gag the media in Thailand. According to Reporters Without Borders, it is just intolerable that journalists are being prosecuted again simply for doing their job. Chutima is going to speak to you for about 15 or so minutes, but after that she would certainly like to get your questions to elaborate on her and Alan's plight in the weeks and the months ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chutima Sidasathian.
Thank you very much. I would love to thank you to journalists of Australia for their support, especially the Melbourne Club and MEAA, and especially David Harrison, and the others who turned out to protest outside the Melbourne GPO last month. This is your guys. This is me. My name is Oi. Okay. So like an Australian, all the Thai have the nickname. My name is nickname Oi, which is mean sweet sugar cane. I would like to tell the story about our cases. Back to 17 July last year, Reuters been published the story about the Thai authority get involved with the human trafficking on the boat people from Myanmar to Thailand. And in the same day, we read the article, we thinking, wow, it's such a good story. I make a phone call to the Royal Thai Navy, but we did not get any response from them. So we quoting from the Royal Thai, from the Reuters one paragraph, and then we write it on our website. So I have some paper with me, so you guys can look in during your having. After that, on 16th of December, I got a phone call from the Thai police. Called me in Aswan about 10 minutes. Hello, Chutima, where are you? Are you in the office? Now you've been charged. So I just thinking, who gonna charge me? Who gonna sue me? You know, I just thinking about 10 minutes. The Royal Thai Navy not in the list at all. When the policeman reached our office, so we find out that we've been sued by the Royal Thai Navy with crime defamation. So we've been charged of the defamation, faced in jail for 2 years, about the Computer Crime Act for 5 years. On November 17, we back to the police again, and then we report to the police. So the policeman took us in a narrow room, very dirty room, making the finger keep report with the crime people. And on November 17 this month, before I took the flight to Australia, so we went to the court. So the prosecutor said they are prepared to proceeding the case to the court. So we've been held in the cell for 5 hours, stuck in the cell during our the bail processing. We not apply for bail from our property, our wallet. We want to stand for the principal thing. So in the same day, they have the another group of the NGO group. They come to show their hand up. Okay, we're gonna bail your guy on our behalf. So that lucky that the court lets us bail on that day. Certainly, I took the flight, come here. Phuket One been operated since early 2008. We've been covered on the Rohingya since there, and the Royal Thai Navy been runs the word the Rohingya to us. When we was interviewed them in early 2008, we asked the commander any concern about the security in the Andaman Sea. They said about the Rohingya. That's it that he said. We tried to ask him what is the Rohingya mean. He didn't say anything. We come back and then we try to research what is Rohingya. Back in 2008, I put the Rohingya word in the Google in the Thai language. Not have any information, not at all. I went to the university every Saturday, Sunday. I scratched my head. Oh, what is that? What happened? What's going on? How can I get the story? So certainly one of my friends, he working in the uniform. He is the police. He told me, "Wow, I know the Rohingya." The iStock said, "Well, any police station handle of the Rohingya, please give them to us." So they send them to Ranong province, another the southern province in north of Phuket Island. Went to Ranong and then we tried to find out where the Rohingya. We went out to the sea, several seeking the Rohingya, but we don't. In the end, 2 weeks later, we stuck in the Ranong province. We found the boat. They call Kitty boat. It's a Rohingya boat. It's not clearly not a Thai boat. So the people tell the story that is a Rohingya. So we took the boat out, and we find out that the iStock being pushed back of the Rohingya, 412 people in late of 2008, early 2009. Several numbers died. The Navy of Indian Navy been rescued some of them. That is, we broke the story in that time. Since there, we still covering on the Rohingya. In the solution at the moment, the Rohingya, they not have any spokesperson. But the world, they know the Rohingya in Thailand side from Phuket One. We report nearly every week, possible. Since I've been charged with the Royal Thai Navy, so the numbers of report on the Rohingya on other story been cut down because we do not have time to writing the story. So back to the freedom media in Thailand. Now it's more difficult, I would say, regarding on the Reporter Without Border, that they form 180 countries. Thailand is number 130. That is very concerned. If this case is the outcome, we not win, we end up in jail. That is the big hills for free speech in Thailand. Because of the story that we're writing, we just exactly quoting from Reuters. We did not write a story by ourselves. What about the people who tweet, Facebook, sharing on Facebook, might be sued by the government anytime. The problem is another one as well. These cases not have the periods. For example, the murder case, they have the periods in the court about 20 years. But defamation, Computer Crime Act, no. To me, it's quite very shocking that we've been punched like this. It's very deep pain inside that the Royal Thai Navy they shoot the law, tease the media, punch the media, or they shorting the message who carry the message like it. It's very scaring in the first time, but after I stuck in the cell for 5 hours, it's make me more calm, more strong. But I'm very happy that the Rohingya issue become international news today, and I hopefully many media will covering on the Rohingya issue. Reuters, they working on the Rohingya issue. Actually, I was working for them as a fixer. They used all my source, my connection, everything. I would love to ask Reuters now, time to defend its paragraph. Should have a moral support. I would love to see that. And I would love to call my government to drop the charge to celebrate 30 years anniversary of the press freedom as well. Thailand is democracy. We love it. We should aim on that. We should achieve on that. We love to see it. Yeah. On number 26 next month, we have to back to the court again. We're gonna present all the evidence. We're gonna prove ourselves that we done the right thing. Also the Navy. If I met the Navy on that day face to face, I'm gonna ask them why they charge me, why you charge me? What is the reason? In the same time, actually have another Thai media republished on the Reuters story on that date as well, but they don't sue other Thai media. So I have many questions to ask the Navy. We're happy to let the Navy present or clarify or anything on our website. You can say, you can talk, whatever. How long the story that you want to put on our website, we are happy to let them publish on our website. But in the past, they did not pick up our telephone. We send a fax, we call them, nothing. Just a hopeless. Yeah. This is my story for today. So any question, please can you ask me, because I have so many things that happened to me that today I'm very grateful to be here again. After I left the cell, I just grabbed my bag and then catch the flight here. So, yeah.
Yes, so please, any questions? I'll start off with a question. Why do you think you, Alan, and your website were targeted by the Navy and the other media outlets weren't?
My understanding, Phuket One been run the story on the Rohingya village Trara every week, every movement of the Rohingya in Thailand since 2008 until now. And other Thai media seem not interesting, not report this issue. And the Thai government seem do nothing on this issue as well. They just said, oh, not allowed to talk, this is the nation's security. So nobody want to talk about that. That is the problem, but we have to continue to tell the truth. We want to send a message back to their family that their kids, their wife, their husband are safe in Thailand. Even they been arrested at the immigration or in the secret camp.
Please, questions.
Yes.
Mark?
Boy, can you give us a bit more information about the status of the Rohingya in Thailand? How many have arrived there? How many are being held?
Okay.
How many people have been turned back? How many boats have been turned back as far as you know?
Okay. The numbers of the Rohingya came to Thailand is increased every year. Last year is about 80 Rohingya from Arakan, also both of the Bangladesh from Chittagong or Cox's Bazar side. So they came, in this day they came with a bigger boat, not like a small boat. Because of they have the smuggling people get involved of them. So they can traveling along whole long years. When they came to Thailand, so they have to recycle them and then they sell them about 6,000 ringgit or 60,000 baht Thai per one Rohingya. That is a huge money get involved. And most of them, they end up in the fishing boats as well if some did not have any relative. But a lot of Rohingya, they want to go through Malaysia. If they have the cousin in Malaysia or Thai, they're gonna buy their way out to their family, their relative. Before that, they're gonna beat them, let them cry, toast them with telephone, ask the money. Many of them die. I've been talking with one boy, 17 years old. He stayed in the camp, secret camp in the deep jungle for 3 months. He buried the first camp 8 bodies, the second camp 13 bodies that he buries his friends. The condition is so bad. It's a naked camp in the jungle. When the rain comes, so you have to stuck inside there. What about women who pregnant, the kids 1 year old, 2 years old? So it's horrible. Even in the immigration as well. Many of them been arrested last year, 2026 of Rohingya been held for years. Just in small room, no air condition. Many of them could not force themselves to walk. Some of them dead from detention. Yes.
Yes, madam. Yeah.
How long is the boat journey from Burma to where they make for in Thailand?
Okay.
And to what degree is the Navy involved in the people smuggling operation?
Before they have a small boat, tiki boat. A small boat it can fit about 100 up to 200 people. They used to traveling about 7 days up to 15 days, depend of the monsoon. Many of boats been sunk. And in this day, start last year. And this year, the smuggler, they overlap the big boat. They use a fishing boat, modify them, not a fishing at all. So they modify the boat, they go to the Burma or Bangladesh and then pick up that people, come back about 500 to 600 people in the same boat. Of course, when they come to Thailand, the Navy, they have to patrol the boat in the sea. So they have 6 patrol boats. Are they been arrested? Never have any record that they've been arrested by the Navy now. And now most of them in Thailand, how come they pass the Navy without seeing anything?
Okay.
Has the Thai government set up any assessment of these people? Is there any ability for them to be designated refugees in Thailand?
No, in Thailand they did not talking about the refugee because of they try to set up the center camp for the Rohingya, but the local people they get upset, so they destroy about that thing. But in the same time, the local government, local people, Muslim people, they would love to adopt the Rohingya to be a member of their children, their child, for let them work in the rubber tree, at the palm tree, or in the fishing, something like that. But the government did not talking about the refugee, or no, they didn't talk. But in the one have some cases that the American, the U.S. and the IOM, UNHCR done a wonderful job. They've been take 13 of Rohingya to Arizona, Florida, to the third country. But off the record.
Mike.
Can you give us an idea what people in this room or members of the press club generally, what's the most effective way that they can give you support, moral or otherwise?
Well, yes, if everybody speak out, about freedom of media, it should be good. That one way or another will be support. That is very fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, stand back.
I'm just wondering,
Just mind speaking up.
I assume there's been no coverage about your case in Thailand. I'm just wondering if that's true and if you think the Thai public know about charges.
Sorry?
Has there been any coverage of your case in Thailand? Do the Thai people
Okay.
know about your case?
In the past not, but on number 17 that we was in the cell, yes, they have some Thai media report on that, but it's not strongly. Just, to me, I would say disappointed. Because of Thai media should more concern about this issue as well. It can be happen anytime. Yeah. But they don't. The Rohingya, before they are citizens of the Burma, when 1982, the government of Myanmar, they deny their citizen. They don't let them go to the school, don't let them work, and back 2005, they stopped them to get married. Did not allow to traveling around the village, cannot. And they have a lot of violence in Rakhine state. Many people said genocide on the Rohingya.
Yes, Bob.
How many Rohingya are there in Burma?
Estimate about 2.5 million at Rakhine state is quite number as well, but have many of them been escaped to Cox's Bazar at the UNHCR camp, the UN camp over there as well. That I would say nearly 1 million there.
I'll ask the other key player in this, of course, is your colleague, the former Age editor, Alan Morris, and on behalf of a lot of his colleagues here today, I just want to ask you, how is he going? He is under a lot of pressure at the moment. How's he holding up?
Actually, it's very difficult time for him when we've been charged, and then he is a foreigner. He don't know about the law and in Thailand. Yes, of course, many authorities they abuse the power. Of course, he been worried about his family here, his father that get very old, and they are now the court. They holding his passport, so he not allowed to traveling outside Thailand until the case gets over. Now he more standable, more calm down, and then ready to fight with the Royal Thai Navy to fighting our right back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mark again.
clearly Alan is an Australian citizen. What if anything, is the Australian embassy in Thailand and the Department of Foreign Affairs doing about this case at the moment?
The Foreign Ministry fair, they contact through the Australian embassy, try to make appointment between the Royal Thai Navy and Phuket One. They try to make a mediation. To me, if the Royal Thai Navy would like Phuket One to say apologize, probably not, because we done nothing wrong. What they call a mediation? I can't see the point. Just drop the charge, that's it, done.
The lady here.
I was wondering whether you expect to get any trouble for you personally when you return because of the publicity you've been receiving in Australia and the criticisms you've had.
I've been concerned, but I tell authority who get involved already, don't play off the game. Sue me, do it. Don't play off the game, man. I tell them already, but I don't know what's going to happen next. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you think the action now taken against Reuters is going to help Phuket One?
Sorry?
Do you think the court action now being taken against Reuters for the same publication will help your case?
Of course, because of the original, the paragraph that we just quoting from Reuters. But so far, Reuters has been charged yet. There's still not been any charge, no. But the Royal Thai Navy prepared to sue them. Yes.
Yep.
Just on the question of Reuters have been very quiet about this. They've been happy to accept the Pulitzer Prize, but not very happy to talk in defence of free speech around their own copy. Are you surprised by this? Disappointed by this? What do you think of Reuters' position?
I'm surprised and disappointed. I'm surprised. Why can't they stand up for the moral support? They know that I'm working as a fixer for them. They know I took them to interview all the brokers. They know that I'm working hard for them. They use all my contacts that I've been working hard for several years. It saved them to working a lot. Yeah.
Any more questions? Yes.
Do you need financial support to fight this case?
We got the, I'm not sure what the name is. In London, they support media protection. In London, they support £3,000 for paying the lawyer. Yes.
You said Alan Morrison's passport has been confiscated.
Yes.
How is it that you were allowed to come here?
The reason is I'm born in Thailand. Eventually, I have to back to Thailand. Yes. They're just holding their passport of the foreigner. And in this case, one of the senator of Phuket just talked to the prosecutor, and then they let me out traveling of the country. Yes.
So someone asked before about what we could do here in the room today. So perhaps I'm just asking you, if people contacted Reuters and asked them to back you up fully on your campaign, that would be a good thing from your
Yes,
point of view.
please. Yeah.
So we can contact both the local Reuters here in Australia and also Reuters headquarters in America. And secondly, if people email or rang the Thai consulate or the Thai embassy in Australia to just let them know that we're thinking about it, this would also be useful for you back in Thailand, yeah?
Yes, that is wonderful. Thank you.
Yes.
What has the response from Reuters been to you? Have you talked to Reuters?
Alan been calling Jason several times, but did not pick up the telephone. Did not respond, nothing. But in the off record of the Thai producer of the Reuters, on the date that they run the story that they won the prize, she just sent a text to me. She said, well, I can't imagine how pain you are, but I'm very sorry this thing happened. And she said she can't say this on Reuters' behalf, just personally. That's it, that I got the message from staff of Reuters.
But is the original author of the Reuters story aware of your situation?
Reuters story, is published on the same date. Reuters published in the morning, and then we republished in the afternoon. And we just say like a whole picture of the human trafficking in Thailand, and then we quote one paragraph from Reuters, and then we just been sued by that paragraph regarding on the Royal Thai Navy report to the police, that they said that paragraph been damaged reputation of the Royal Thai Navy.
Any more questions? Well, please, yes.
My name's Louise Conner and I'm the Victorian Secretary of the Media, Entertainment and Arts Alliance. And Voice Story has raised another bigger issue, I think, for us, which is someone asked what's Voice doing about this. My understanding is that all that Reuters has done is put out a paragraph that says, we support press freedom everywhere in the world. That's all they've done. They haven't even named headline, they've just made a disclaimer statement. But the question about fixes is a very important question, because a journalist such as the Reuters, as you know, a journalist such as the Reuters journalist goes to Thailand and relies on local people to actually introduce them to people, find them the stories, make sure they're safe, make sure they find a hotel room for the night, enables a journalist to do the job. What happens when that journalist then receives an award somewhere? The fixer is forgotten. So there's no mention when Reuters wins the Pulitzer of the people inside Thailand who actually helped them win that prize. So I actually think as a group of journalists we should say where journalists work internationally, and the same in Australia when people win Press Club Awards or Walkley Awards. Where's the mention of the fixer who gets them into the country, gets them out of the country, and who often, at the end of the day, is actually left inside that country and often actually is, dies because of the job that they did for our media inside there. So this is another sort of more stark example, if you like, of people who worked on a story for a big news organisation. They leave it, they make a lot of money out of the story in terms of people republishing it. They go back to their own country, and the people that actually help them do that job and win that award are left inside that country and at the mercy of whatever their government or their navy or whoever it is. So there's actually a bigger story here, and I actually think if there's one thing we do today, everyone should go and email Reuters and say, we've heard this story. This publication helped you in two ways. They helped you get the story, and secondly, they then published, as a lot of media organisations do around the world, a Reuters story, and you have left them sitting there going, we're just going to pretend that we haven't even seen this happen. I think that's the sort of an obligation for us, is to actually call first world media organisations to account for the way they treat their third world colleagues. So thank you.
Yes, Mark.
Sorry, just one more question for you. Clearly, Thai politics is very hotly contested. You have a government and you have a very vigorous opposition. Is there any sign that the opposition in Thailand has a contrary view to and presumably the government is happy that the Thai Navy is doing what it's doing? Is there any sign that the opposition might take a stand on this or give you perhaps some support?
Well, I don't want to get involved with the politics. I hate the politics, actually. No, one of my connections tried to link me with Kun Suthep, like me to speak on their stage, but I should better not, because this is a principal thing. I don't want to make it's the politics, no.
Any more questions? Well, I'll just wrap up by saying, Chutima, rest assured at least you'll have the full moral support, at the very least, from everybody in this room as you and Alan appear in court again next month. And let's not forget, this Saturday is the 30th anniversary of World Press Freedom Day. And this case is sadly one of hundreds around the world that underscores the fact that we may enjoy press freedom in this country, but to some extent, but overseas it's a completely different story. And picking up from what Louise said, of course, please go on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, just any expression of support for Chutima and Alan and Phuket One will be gladly appreciated, I'm sure, and we'll just add to the pressure on Reuters and certainly the Royal Thai Navy to think again and lead this result in this case being dropped, we hope, in the end. Ladies and gentlemen, please thank Chutima for a great speech and wish her well.
If I could just add one final point. David Harrison, who's here in the maroon shirt and grey hair, is a very close former colleague of Alan Morrison's and is very much part of an informal network of support. If you wish to be added to the mailing list that Alan runs of information developments on the case, David would be happy to receive your email if you can grab him before you leave. Thanks.
Thank you very much.